Hey guys, welcome back to another video here at Lo-Fi Baking. Today I'm going to show you how to make these beautiful pink macarons. Let's go. So here we have our first four ingredients. We have almond flour, powdered sugar, which are together. We have egg whites, and we have our granulated sugar. I did not put the measurements here, guys, but don't worry, I'm going to put it down below in the comment section. And here we have the food color that I like to use. You can use any food color you would like. I would just make sure that it's a gel food color, not a liquid food color, so that your batter is not too loose and liquidy. So here we are putting our egg whites into the mixer with the whisk attachment so that we can whip those bad boys up. Now, when it comes to this recipe, I do feel like it is pretty simple, but the technique is key. So when we are whipping up our egg whites, we want to make sure they get nice and frothy and bubbly before we get into adding that granulated sugar. Excuse me. So now this is about the look we are going for. So I'm starting to add in my granulated sugar in intervals of 3. Between each addition of the sugar, you want to allow it to mix in, so that sugar can start dissolving into those egg whites and start forming a nice smooth meringue, because essentially that's what we're making here. We're making a nice meringue. So our meringue has been whipping up for a while now, and I'm going to show you the consistency we're looking for after we've added that sugar to begin to add our color next. So as you can see, it is still a little liquidy. We have not formed any peaks yet, maybe soft peaks a little bit, but this is the phase where I like to add my food color. So we're going to go in with our pink food color to get that nice, beautiful, bright pink color, and we're going to let it whip up some more. Now remember, guys, I have sped this up quite a bit. The whipping process does take a while, so make sure you are patient when you go into making this recipe, but I promise you, if you follow these steps, you should get some beautiful meringues. Some beautiful macarons. Now, macarons, if you have tried making them before, are pretty challenging. So if they do not come out perfect the first time, that's okay. Just keep trying until you either find a technique that works for you or a recipe that works for you. So after you have allowed your mixture to mix and mix and mix and mix, you will then get to a stiff peak with your meringue, and I'm going to show you what you're looking for to know that you are done whipping and that you are ready to move on to the next step. So once your meringue is done, you're not going to use the mixer anymore. You're now going to mix by hand to avoid over whipping your mix. So now we're going to add the almond flour and powdered sugar. As you can see, I sifted both of those into the same bowl to get out any large pieces and clumps, because we do not want that in our final product. And now I'm going to hand fold, I was about to say hand mix, but I'm going to fold the powdered sugar and almond flour into the meringue, and that is going to start to bring our batter right on together. Now the recipe that I'm following says to fold it about 40 times. You don't necessarily have to count the amount of times that you fold, but you do want to do this until your batter is nice and smooth, until all of the powdered sugar and almond flour is completely incorporated, you do want to make sure that you're scraping the bottom and the sides of your mixing bowl as you go to make sure that everything is nicely incorporated into your final product. And there you have it, folks. Look at that. Ain't that beautiful? Let's get into the piping process. So here I have my piping bag filled with a 1M tip, which is the one with the fairly large circle, and I have my my baking pan that is lined with parchment paper. So just like that, the batter has appeared into our piping bag, and we're going to start piping those little circles out. The fun thing about this is that you can literally do any shape you want. Once you get comfortable with the whole process of making these and the piping process of it all, you can do anything. The opportunities are endless. So there's a bit of a technique to this. You want to make sure that I'm squeezing the bag from the top and guiding it with my little finger there and doing a little swirl motion to ensure that the top is as smooth as possible. Some of these are looking a little rough. Now I think that one was the best one that came out of this one, but there you have it, just like that. And the more you do this, the more comfortable you will become with piping. Next, I'm going to bang the tray onto the counter just to get out any air bubbles and also to flatten out the top. As you can see, you're making it a little smoother on top. Next, I'm going to show you all the touch test. This ensures that we get a nice shell on top of our macarons. And once it's smooth, once you touch it and nothing comes off on your hands, you know the shell has formed. Voila! Here we have our finished macarons, and once they have cooled off, you can begin filling them. I'm using a raspberry ganache here. If you all would like to see or would like to know my raspberry ganache recipe, let me know in the comments below, and I'll drop a video showing you guys how to do that one. And you can just have fun with this stuff, guys. And next is my absolute favorite part, indulging in these delicious treats. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and let me know what you would like to see next in the comments below. Happy baking!